Hi, my name is Bob Campbell, Director of Sourcing and Procurement at GATX. To give a little background on GATX, it's been around over 100 years. Our primary book of business is leasing transportation assets to various customers. This includes freight cars, rail cars, tank cars, and my team, we support our rail maintenance network. So we repair rail cars on our customers' behalf. So like many different organizations, we were asked to do more with the same amount of resources. And what that means is we need to run more competitive bids, manage more suppliers, and really manage the performance across our entire network to make sure we're getting the right price. So the way we tried to do that was to integrate AI into our business strategy, which ultimately led us to using the Levelpath tool. AI has been completely new to GATX. We haven't used it in the past, but really, kind of as I mentioned, we're trying to increase cycle time. We're trying to improve productivity. We're trying to gain efficiencies because we're asked to do more with less. But we also want to align with the tool, with the company that we felt strong about. We wanted to make sure we had good customer support because anytime when you're integrating a new solution, you need to have good customer support team to manage change. Another thing too, we need to have a tool that was easy to adopt. And that's exactly what the Levelpath tool has been for us. It needs to be easy to adopt so we have good alignment with our shops. So if we don't have good adoption across our network, not only at corporate, but also at our shops, we won't fully be able to maximize the utility of a good solution like Levelpath. So there's two features that have really stood out for us. One is the bid analysis tool. So that's the AI assistant. What we use that for is to help generate questions, help generate RFPs quicker, and also evaluate bids faster as well. In the past, one of the challenges we've always had with our supply base is we'd get many different proposals from different suppliers in different types of format. And the challenge with that was we'd have to scan through all different types of formats. But with the Levelpath tool, it will scan for us and complete a bid comparison analysis for us. And it can do that as quick as 10 or 15 seconds. And in the past, for us, that would take a much longer time, especially when you have 7 or 8 different bidders. Another key feature that's been really helpful to us is the AI assistant for contract management. Some documents are 70, 80 pages long, and it's very time consuming to go through all the contracts, all the key terms if you have specific questions about it. With the AI assistant, you're able to ask specific questions about the tool and get the terms read back to you really quickly. So that gets really back to improving on cycle time, identifying areas where we can improve on, and really integrating AI into GATX's procurement function. But another key feature we've been using with Levelpath, which is new to us, is using workflows. So we've been using intake workflows for our maintenance department at one of our shops. And we've never used workflows before, so this is completely new to us. And our shop came to us with a problem and they said, hey, we don't have good traceability for all these requests that come in. We send them out by email. Sometimes we lose them. And when something gets lost, that means a PO is not issued and a part's not received and the equipment can't be upcapped the way it needs to be. And that can result in downtime. But with the workflow functionality that we have now, it all runs through Levelpath and we have that traceability and we see when a PO is issued and when the project's complete, and we also see how quickly they can cycle through these. So one of the key things that I have for Levelpath is we'd like to integrate our supplier relationship module into Levelpath, and the way we can do that is using supplier task management. So one challenge we have currently is we manage over 20 different suppliers. We meet with them on a regular basis, and it's challenging for us to keep track of all these separate action items. And it's difficult for us to get all the stakeholders involved, engaged in the process, and really understand where we're at with each action item. So if you're meeting with 20 different suppliers over a course of a year, I mean, you could have 100 different meetings, which could result in 1,000 different action items, and that can be very challenging. With Levelpath, what we want to do is use supplier task management, which will push the action items to our supply base. They'll see the action items, they'll be able to complete them, we'll be able to go and see the status of them, our stakeholders will be able to see the status of them too, and that's all managed within the Levelpath tool. So the feature vision that we have with Levelpath is we want to expand our supplier relationship module with Levelpath. And one way we can do that is by managing all of our different supplier tasks through supplier task management with Levelpath. So we can push out our action items to our supply base, they'll receive the action items, they'll be able to complete the action items within Levelpath, and then once it's complete, it's sent back to us. And if we have a module for that, we'll have all of our stakeholders that can view the status of all these action items. And that would save us a lot of time because it's very difficult for us to manage over 1,000 different action items across many different categories within GATX. So one of the aha moments we've had with Levelpath is for categories that we don't have a lot of experience with, we're able to leverage AI tools to generate RFP questions that we just don't have strong base knowledge for. Also, it helps us evaluate these bids using the bid analysis tool, using the AI assistant. And it's really helpful for these niche categories. And it also helps us to identify new suppliers in a space because we get a lot of complaints from our supply base from time to time, or our customers from time to time asking, hey, we're having trouble finding a third bidder, we're having trouble finding a fourth bidder. We're able to use the AI assistant to generate more competition. And more competition means more savings. Another key feature we're using Levelpath for is dashboarding. GATX in the past would use Excel to generate these dashboards. Now GATX uses Levelpath to generate these dashboards, and we're able to slice and dice the information differently by category, by supplier, by project lead, all across GATX. Modern procurement means to me is speed to execution. And the way we get to speed to execution is integrating AI into our business solutions. So like I mentioned, running bids quicker, making decisions quicker, and making better decisions overall. The business views procurement differently than what it has in the past. Currently, our shops come to us and the corporate comes to us asking for solutions. Spend visibility, track POs, track requests, but it's really bringing procurement into more complex problems than we have in the past. In the past, it was more transactional. Now it's more strategic. Levelpath is enabling GATX to make better decisions, quicker decisions for better outcomes. If a CEO or a CFO says that modern procurement can wait, I would say that we're missing the boat. We're going to get left behind. AI allows us to be faster, allows us to be more efficient, allows us to improve cycle time, allows us to make better decisions. And if we get behind, we're not going to catch up.